I'm officially retired in my 30s, unfortunately. And I feel like today is the perfect day to start telling my story. This isn't the retirement that I had planned, but it's the one that I'm living now. My name is Michelle, and this is After the Uniform. For many years, I worked as a first responder, and I absolutely loved my job. It was by far the best career in the world. People would call me on their worst days, and I did everything I could with everything I had. And not to toot my own horn, but I was pretty good at it. At least I think so. But what people don't realize is that it was more than just a uniform. Putting on that uniform was putting on self-worth. It was my identity. It was who I was. It was routine. It was purpose. That uniform was everything. And it's not something that I thought that I would have to hang up for another 20-something years. Almost a year ago, an on-the-job injury led me to where I am today. I never knew that was going to be the last day that I worked. I mean, you could have told me and I wouldn't have believed you. I really wouldn't have. I mean, even during my first several months of treatment, I was very optimistic. I knew that I was going to get back out there. I was going to put that uniform on again and go be somebody's hero. Go do what I went to school for. Go do what I did best. Help people. Give back to my community. But all in a moment's notice, it was gone. I look back and I just can't even fathom how and why. I'll probably never know the why. But here we are. Unfortunately, I'm still in the legal process, so I can't tell my complete story yet. But one day I'm gonna let it all be known. What I can say is that nothing prepares you for how much of yourself you lose when your career ends. I never anticipated I'd spend every day of my life in pain. And I'm not just talking about the physical pain. I'm talking about the emotional pain that comes with no purpose, no sense of identity anymore. You know, the world that you thought you were living is just ripped out from under you. You know, I have proud myself on being, a strong person, and I didn't anticipate the emotional roller coaster that this past year would have brought on. I mean, every day getting out of bed is a struggle. But I'm here to tell my story and show my journey. I no longer have a job. I don't have a career. I don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now anymore. A month from now. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow yet. And I'm a planner, so that's a lot. But I'm tired of every day being a struggle. And I don't know when that's going to end. But I know at some point it will. But for now, I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm starting to tell my story. This channel isn't about drama or blame, but it's simply just to document the journey. Even if nobody watches it, I can look back and see how far I've come. Because I will go far in whatever life throws at me. Because again, I never anticipated being here. This channel isn't about drama or blame. I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to do this or that. In life, things happen. And it is what it is. We just have to adapt and overcome. This channel is about documenting my journey and what life is like after my service ends, after I take off that uniform, figuring out where I go from here. You know, it's about learning to slow down, because if anything, my injury has taught me that. You know, I'm a very hands-on person, get out there and do it, but I can't anymore. There's something every day that I try and do, just part of the daily routine, and it's a struggle. A lot of it's gotten better since day one, but it's still a struggle. But I'm hopeful that it's going to get better, or at least be manageable. But I'm going to learn how to slow down. I want to start growing my food, learning how to build things, maybe get some chickens. I'm kind of big into the homestead thing right now. You know, not having income really, or a job to go to. I've got to figure out something, a new skill. Need to cut costs. And groceries are expensive. Unfortunately, that's the reality of the world we live in. So this is me starting to rebuild. You know, I'm bent, but I'm not broken. If you're watching this because life didn't turn out the way you planned, mine didn't either. You're not alone. On this channel, I'll be sharing the day-to-day reality of what a retirement that you didn't choose looks like. You know, I'm gonna have some good days, some bad days, some in-between days. But it's all part of the process. It's all progress. Right now, I'm focused on healing, homesteading, and trying to find my purpose. Whatever purpose that may be. One day, when this is all resolved, I'll be able to tell my full story. And that is something that I want to do. I want to share it all, because I feel like I have a very powerful story that needs to be told. From start to finish, even before my injury, I've got a pretty good story. And that's why I felt that this was destined for me. So I'll post things bit by bit. But until then, thank you for watching After the Uniform. And remember, I'm bent, not broken.